Now to a murder mystery, a cold case investigation spanning 2 counties and 10 years. 2 friends and young adults shot to death just months apart.
They were both killed in 2000, and police still have not made any arrests in connection with their deaths.
Tonight, a mother asked for help to find her son's killer.
24-Hour News 8's Jessica Leffler has this report.
That's not fair. He was a kid, you know, and I need to know who did that to my baby.
A mother's plea for help as the 10-year anniversary of her son's murder approaches.
They found his body on Mother's Day in a field in Ionia.
The seemingly picturesque scene shattered by the memory of a jogger discovering Michael Yepez's body here. It's unknown where he was killed or how he ended up in Ionia County. Mom says her 19-year-old son was shot 3 times in the head with a 9mm.
He was shot here, here, and there.
2 months later, in July 2000, on Roland, southeastern Grand Rapids, Yepez's friend, Latrece Nicole Nash, her friends called her Nicole, was found shot to death at the wheel of her car, the engine running and the lights still on. Nash and Yepez's deaths, a decade later, remain unsolved.
There may have been a connection. We've never been able to say that the 2 are connected, but they knew each other. They knew each other well.
One of those connections stemming from an incident in April 2000 in Kentwood. Michael's cousin, Philana Gorey, slashed her husband's mistress's face with a box cutter. Yepez and Nash were both involved. Neither were charged with a crime. Catherine Gorey still has the faded newspaper clippings of her niece's trial and says her son didn't know what he was getting into.
Nicole knocked her down or something. I'm not exactly sure exactly how it went. But then Philana cut her face, and my son stood and watched out for the parking lot to make sure neighbors wouldn't come to the back.
Gorey served prison time. Her 2 accomplices wound up dead. Still, mystery swirling around who's responsible, and no arrest in either Nash or Yepez's death.
There were people that we focused on, and it didn't lead to any warrants being issued. Some of those people still might be considered suspects.
Grand Rapids police teamed up with the Michigan State Police in Ionia and still have boxes of information, files, and tapes on the cold case. They're confident the information and person behind the young friend's murder is still out there.
There's no doubt in my mind that there's people that know what happened to her, and know how she died.
Mom agrees.
Like 10 years, you know, and nothing. Nobody knows anything. Nobody said anything. Somebody knows something.
Michael's 13-year-old daughter, Angelica, is all this grieving mother has left and says finding her son's killer is the closure their family needs to heal.
To look at her, it's hard for me because I see my son and I miss him and I just need some help.
Michigan State Police in Ionia declined to comment on camera. They tell us this is still an open investigation.
If you have any information, please call police, or you can call Silent Observer and remain anonymous. Stay with us. We'll have more after the break.